Hey, hey, welcome to day number 4 of Feed Your Fire. My name is Jenny, as you all hopefully know by now, with an I, and I work with My Body Can Breathe with an E on the end. You can email me at mybodycanbreathe@gmail.com and put Feed My Fire in the subject line so that I know you're one of my very cherished and important students, and then I can get back to you as soon as possible. Priority. If you haven't watched any of these videos yet and somehow you found yourself here, then please go back to the beginning. It's really important that you follow along in the order that the videos have been rolled out, because I give you a lot of prep work and I give you a lot of background and groundwork, and I want to make sure you get the most out of this for yourself. So please start at the beginning and then move along from there. Okay, so that being said, I said we were on day number 4 because I am going to be giving you 3 prompts / suggestions for tomorrow, which is day 4 of the challenge. And whatever you did today, oh my gosh, I totally just lost my train of thought. You ate vegetables today, you did a morning meditation today, and you moved your body and grounded your body in a different way today. And so if you want to give any feedback at all, please do so underneath this video or the last one. Everything is just kind of jumbled as a great big conversation at this point, and it's just awesome. So I say let's keep the conversation going, and meanwhile I will leap into our tomorrow's activities. So number 1, oh my gosh, I'm gonna look at my notes. Oh yes, the mirror. All right, the mirror is gosh, friend or foe? What will it be today? It's a lot. It couldn't be a lot for people. So this is going to sound a little weird, maybe creepy, maybe silly, maybe scary. But no matter what, I encourage you to embrace it. And preferably before you get ready for your day, before you walk out the door, before you get the kids, I want you to stand at the mirror and look at yourself in the mirror. And I want you to do nothing else. Just look at yourself in the mirror. No judging, no critiquing, no criticizing. Just don't even focus on any part of you at all. I mean, that you don't like or that you do like. It's just, I want you to see yourself for who you are. Look in your eyes, and I want you to understand that your body is yours, and no one else is ever going to live in it, which sounds obvious, but sometimes we need a reminder. And if you don't have your body, where are you going to live, right? A good fellow consultant from years ago told me that, and it stuck with me. Excuse me. So we got to take care of what's ours, right? And we have been given amazing bodies with which to move and run and eat and play and laugh and think and have joy and sorrow, and it all happens inside of us. And we have a tendency to blame our bodies for pretty much everything that we don't like, whether it's, that our brains are not working like we want them to. Maybe it's because our bodies don't work like we want them to. We feel betrayed in some way or another. And we tend to blame our bodies first and foremost. And I want to encourage you instead to make a shift in how you think about your body. Because I wrote a book a while ago, and one of the things I wrote in there, and I really like it, this analogy, it's like, when you're moving towards achieving health, we keep thinking that our body is in our way. Oh, if only I had this body, if only my body looked like this, if only I could achieve this with my body, then I would be healthy, right? Well, when you're on your way to achieving what you want as far as your goals and your health goals and your fitness goals, and you keep thinking that your body is in your way, and then you finally do achieve some milestone, it's like running a race with your team, like a relay race with your team, winning that race, and then refusing to give those teammates congratulations or a high five. Those teammates helped you to get to where you are now at the end of the race, winning that race. And I want you to know that your body is the same way. It's with you for the ride. It will help you get where you want to go. All right, we need to change our focus from our body is in our way to our body is getting us to where we want to go. And it's the only vehicle we have to get there. So back to the mirror, look in the mirror, look at yourself. Notice your eyes smiling. Notice your smile smiling. Notice you, because you are you and you are special. And I know that sounds super cheesy, but you know what? If you do this every day, like if you started doing this every day, there would be a lot of changes. There will be. And so just consider doing it every day. But now for starters, a couple minutes, 5 minutes is fine, but do it, okay? Tomorrow morning, okay? Look in the mirror and enjoy yourself. Just take yourself in, okay? Number 2, what are we gonna do for creativity? We are going to find the spaces first. Now, let me explain that. Finding the spaces first is a little bit weird. Here comes somebody on a bike. Finding spaces. So most of us pretty much just go from one activity to the next, right? We're up, then we take a shower, then we do breakfast, then we get the kids, then we get in the car, then we go to work, and then, during lunch it's the same, and dinner is the same, and we don't ever stop. And then we're at the end of the day and we're like, oh my God, I didn't even have any time for me. Even if you went to the gym, even if you had a healthy lunch, even if you talked to a good friend on the phone, you still just went from one thing to the next, and you finished the day just all harried and crazy and like, oh, I just need to fall into bed, or I can't sleep because my mind is still going crazy. So what I want you to do instead is set intentional spaces before and after activities. Now, it's really hard to get a handle on this, so I'm going to encourage you to do it 3 times today. Once in the morning, once in the afternoon, like midday, and then once in the evening. But if you get a real good handle on it, you'll start doing this, like it'll be second nature, and you can do it throughout all the days. And it's just a wonderful, wonderful small tool that you can use to give yourself some grounding and to fit yourself in. You want to be adding yourself in. A lot of us can't take stuff out, so you got to add yourself in. Okay, so what that means is that before you start an activity, and it could be something as mundane as opening the mail, or folding laundry, or putting your kids down for naps, or whatever it is, before you jump into it, I want you to take 3 deep breaths and say, tell yourself, I am going to open the mail right now. And that's all you're going to do is open the mail. You just focus on the one thing, no multitasking, okay? You're going to open the mail. And then when you're done opening the mail, this is key. You need to stop opening the mail. So don't just stand there. You know how you do on Facebook and you just start scrolling and then it's 20 minutes later? Okay, we're gonna set an end time. Okay, so you're intentionally 3 deep breaths, I'm gonna do this activity. And then you're gonna say, I'm gonna do this activity for 5 minutes and then I'm gonna stop. And then you have to stop, because that is your accountability to yourself, and that is how you build belief and trust and confidence in yourself, is that you take that end time and you stick to it. Okay, you honor that end time. So say it's opening the mail. You're gonna open the mail for 5 minutes. Deep breathing, 3 of them, good. 5 minutes goes by, you put it away. Okay, no more mail, you're done. 3 more deep breaths. I'm gonna do the dishes now. I'm gonna do the dishes until they're done, 10 minutes. At 10 minutes, you stop cleaning the dang kitchen. You're not cleaning everything. You're not gonna go clean the whole house because you did the dishes. You're gonna do the dishes, and that is all. And when the dishes are done, you're gonna stop. And you're gonna say, okay, now I'm gonna go get my kids up from their naps. And that's what you're gonna do. You're not gonna take a bunch of stuff up the stairs with you and put it all away first, right? You're just gonna go get your kids. So it's this idea of really getting this laser focus on what you're doing, and then putting bookends on it so that you don't bleed into the next thing and the next thing and next before you're so tired and you don't even know what happened. It's just a whirlwind, okay? So you're gonna make space for yourself. That is where you're gonna find the most creativity for yourself, okay? So do that at least 3 times tomorrow at some point, all right? Lastly, we are going to drink water. Everyone knows how important hydration is, but rarely do we actually sit down and say, this is how much water I'm drinking every day, right? So I want you to drink a big glass of water right when you wake up in the morning. And I want you to drink another glass of water about 15 minutes before breakfast. And I want you to drink another glass of water mid-morning. You get where I'm going with this, right? You don't need to have a big glass of water during your meals because it will interrupt the digestion of your food. It'll actually dilute your stomach acid, and then it's harder for your body to actually digest and absorb the food that you've eaten. So don't necessarily have your big glass of water with your meal. I want you to have it before your meal by at least 15 minutes, and then wait, maybe 15 minutes to a half an hour afterwards to have another glass of water. Or if you have that trusty water bottle I mentioned at the beginning of the class, feel free to bring that along with you and sip on it. But I want you to measure out and make sure that you're having anywhere from 64 to 80 ounces of water tomorrow in between meals, and then once when you wake up, and then once right before bed. Okay, and that's just going to help to flush your system of toxins. It's going to help to energize your system. It's going to help to coach your system, even like your cells and your esophagus and your intestines. Your body needs so much water. And then, if you're drinking coffee and soda or energy drinks or juices, that's like, sugar, and that's dehydrating. And it throws off your hormones. So, and your electrolytes and everything. So water first before every meal, all right? By about 15 minutes, and then wait until after. Now, if you're really thirsty during a meal, like if there's a piece of steak stuck in your throat, for God's sake, have a sip of water, right? Like, that's okay. I'm not saying you can't drink during a meal, but you know what I mean. Like, within reason, all right? Just have your water, calm and collected about it. Squeeze lemon or lime into it. Put some cucumber or strawberry into it to flavor it. Apple cider vinegar actually is a really, really good product to use for yourself if you want to kind of shift your pH balance. There's a million benefits to apple cider vinegar that you could Google to find out. But Bragg's apple cider vinegar, Braggs, has the mother in it. It's it's a whole process. You can read about that online or email me. I'll tell you more. I'll do a link on the bottom of the video here. But if you put like a tablespoon, or start smaller than that, probably like a teaspoon of apple cider vinegar in a cup full of water every morning, right when you wake up and then right before you go to bed, up to 2 tablespoons, one each, on the bookends of your day. But just a teaspoon if that's all you can muster. Don't do it plain. It'll hurt the enamel of your teeth, but dilute it in the water. Even with a little lemon or honey. I mean, it's a wonderful way to help your body wake up in the morning and go to sleep at night. So consider adding apple cider vinegar a couple times today if you want to, graduate with honors, if you want some brownie points. Okay, I'm going to end it for today. So the 3 things we're doing today: we are talking to ourselves in the mirror, looking at ourselves, appreciating ourselves in the mirror tomorrow morning before we go anywhere. We are finding the spaces in our day first by putting bookends on at least 3 different activities throughout the day. You can get better at it as you practice this on into the future, but at least 3 tomorrow. Just breathe deeply before you start something. And when you say you're going to finish it and put it to the side. 3 deep breaths and start the next thing. Okay? And then lastly, you're going to drink water, 64 to 80 ounces tomorrow, not all at once, throughout the day, before you eat by at least 15 minutes and after you eat by at least 15 minutes, and allow your body to hydrate, because it's going to make you feel awesome, especially if you drink other like energy drinks and whatnot. It's really, really good to add that water in as well, and perhaps you won't feel like you need those energy drinks or sodas if you're drinking all that water, just saying. Okay, I'll sign off. We're at the 15-minute mark. Thanks for watching, and I will be with you again tomorrow evening, where we will talk about the next 3 fun things you get to do for yourself the next day. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. For tomorrow, focus on you, focus on these 3 new activities, and enjoy thoroughly. Make it healthy. All right, we'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.